Hey guys, welcome back to a new video, especially for a new kind of videos. My new series, product reviews. And this is my very first one, so let's prepare. Put on some gloves, choose chill music, and because it's advertising, a label for product placement must be recognizable right there. And as you already seen, today it's all about airbrushes. Gaahleri provided me with these two and let me test them for you. We have the GHAD 68 Advanced Series and the GHAC 98 Dual A Series. Both come with a simple designed outer packaging. Let's open them up. The quality label wasn't stuck to my box, but I restuck it for the feeling. The wrapped cardboard is nicely designed. We can also see the range for which the airbrush is suitable. In this case, I would say it's an all-rounder. And now let's see what's in the box. In addition to a short letter in which possible color residues due to quality check are pointed out, we will see later what this can mean. There are instructions in several languages as well. You will find O-rings for replacement, a 0.5mm needle set, paint cups in two different sizes, a tube with lube, and of course the airbrush. I've never had the opportunity to spray with an airbrush with a pistol trigger. I'm actually more a fan of the triggers on top. So I was very curious to see how big the differences are. But before we test the airbrush, let's take a look inside the other box. This airbrush is a different series and has a wider range of use, and is also suitable for detailed work. The contents are pretty much the same, except for the larger paint cup. Both airbrushes are dual action. This means that color only flows when you not only press the trigger down, but also pull it. It's a little hard to see, but the needle is pulled backward without any delay. I have an unused part from my C47. Unfortunately, this was not completely molded, so it is perfect for this test. I also have two papers on which I will test both airbrushes and their two needle sizes, as well as different types of paint. For this test I used lacquer and acrylic paint. Lacquer from Mr. Color and acrylic from Vallejo, each in flat black. In order to show everything equally and so that the video doesn't take 2 hours or longer, I tested both airbrushes one by one and cut both paints in parallel. On the left side you can see the acrylic and on the right side the lacquer paint. The Vallejo paint is pre-diluted for airbrushes and it worked without any thinner. Here you can see what I meant at the beginning. It seems that the nozzle was a bit blocked due to residue after testing in quality control. I found it out later. So here's the obvious tip. Clean it well before you're using it for the very first time. I show you how to do this in this video. Anyways, as you can see, super fine lines can be sprayed with the acrylic and lacquer paints. It would be advisable to use flow improver or retarder here, so that the paint on the tip of the needle doesn't dry too out immediately and need to be removed again and again. Okay, let's continue with the GHAC 98. Due to the possible residue before the first use, I cleaned it. I have kept the way of testing both Airbrushes and the respective needle sizes as similar as possible. First, a little more distance for the widest possible line, and then closer and closer to get the line as fine as possible. This was the first test. Now let's take a look at how the paint application works on the plastic part on a scale model. For this test I only used the 0.38mm needle to see how quick you can paint a part of the model with the smallest needle. For the GHAC 98 I add a little thinner to the acrylic paint. This also shows a small difference between spraying without and with thinner. Maybe it's because I have to learn how to handle an airbrush with a pistol trigger, but it took a little longer than expected with both colors. It could be due to the usual use with a trigger on top, but here the color was applied very smoothly and was also finished faster overall. Now I'll show you how to easy it is to clean the airbrushes. As both airbrushes were identical in terms of cleaning, I'll show you how to clean the GHAC 98. First, I fill the paint cup with a mixture of cleaner, depending on the type of paint, and isopropyl alcohol. Mix everything by holding the needle cap close and then empty everything into a cleaning pot. Then I start to disassemble the parts you can see to begin the deep cleaning process. All you need is a paper towel, cotton buds, dental sticks, isopropyl alcohol and a tray. Now I wash the paint chamber with alcohol, then I take a cotton bud and soak it in alcohol and clean this area by rotating it. As you can see, there's almost no paint remaining. Now I clean the inside with a dental stick. The brush is also soaked up with alcohol. You can already see at this step that the cleaning process is almost complete. Just clean the nozzle with a dental stick, wipe with a cotton bud all areas, and then the airbrush can be reassembled and is ready for new paint. Last but not least, let's talk about the results and the conclusion. Both airbrushes are great at spraying the paint and the result is very smooth. Of course, it is important to clean the parts from dust. It is also important that it depends on the type of paint, how well you have diluted it and the correct pressure setting of your compressor. And maybe also keep the painted parts far away when you clean the airbrush, so that no cleaner lands on the paint. But now to the cards. Both airbrushes have a nice spray pattern and both manage to create super fine lines. This is an important property in model making for various techniques such as the marble technique or shading. Model kits can also be primed with a smaller needle. A larger needle is probably better, but possible with a 0.38mm needle. Both airbrushes were set exactly the same. But as you can see, there is a difference with the GHAD 68 when using lacquer paint. Finally, my own opinion. I like both airbrushes. The pressure points of the triggers are very comfortable and are very handy due to their light weight. And cleaning is very easy. The price-performance ratio is awesome in my opinion. You get a lot of airbrushing for little money. Trying out the GHAD 68 was better than expected. I will probably test them again to get a better opinion. But I basically stick with the GHAC 98. At the time when I published this video, Amazon Prime Day 2024 is coming up. You can find all information in my video description. Both airbrushes are from October 8th until October 9th in offer. If you're looking for a new airbrush, grab it. Now, I hope you enjoyed my very first review. Please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel and leave a comment. Cheers!